It's visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So let's start with the JMeter. So if you want to install a JMeter in your machine, you just need to open the browser and just need to type jmeterapache.org. So once you landed on this page, you need to go to this website and you will see a download release. Once you click here, you need to scroll down and there is a precondition that a Java 8 Plus should be installed in your machine. Then only you can use a JMeter. So once you scroll down, you can see a zip folder over here. So once you click on it, a zip will be downloaded and you need to extract that folder in your machine. And once it is extracted, you need to go to the bin folder. In bin folder, you will be seeing Apache JMeter.jar file. So you just need to double click on it and the JMeter UI will be open. So as you see, when we double click, the JMeter UI will be looking like this. So the very first thing you will be seeing in here is a test plan. So what is test plan? So test plan is nothing but we can call it as a project. Like we can give a meaningful name to it, like IDM. So you can give a project name to this. When you click on save, a pop-up will be open, like where you want to save your project. So just give the location where you want to keep your project. And as you see, the file name is been saved as .jmx file. So click on save and your project is ready. So in test plan, there are different components, like whatever we are going to do, it will be coming under this. Like you can add a thread group, you can set a HTTP request, you can set the HTTP headers, you can set the results. One by one, we will see. So how you will add the thread group? So first thing, you need to right click on the test plan. You will see the add button. So add thread users and you have to click on thread group. So once you click on thread group, you will see this screen like thread properties. And there are a number of options here, like number of threads, ramp up period, loop count, infinity. So what are these? So as you see, number of threads, bracket there is users. So it's nothing but the number of users. So currently it is only one user. If you want to make it 3 users, you can make the count as 3. So it will be like 3 users. Let me show you how it works. So as you give number of threads as 3 users, at the backend, the JMeter creates the users like user 1, user 2, and user 3. Let's consider this is an application. So number of thread is like number of users. If you are giving it 100, then it will be 100 users. So next is loop count. What is loop count? So loop count is like every user is allowed to send only one request in this case. Like there is 3 users and the loop count is 1. Only every user is allowed to send only one request. The count as 3, so it will be like 3 users. Let me show you how it works. So as you give number of threads as 3 users, at the backend, the JMeter creates the users like user 1, user 2, and user 3. Let's consider this is an application. So number of thread is like number of users. If you are giving it 100, then it will be 100 users. So next is loop count. What is loop count? So loop count is like every user is allowed to send only one request in this case. Like there is 3 users and the loop count is 1. Only every user is allowed to send only one request. If I'm giving loop count as 3, that means every user is allowed to send the 3 requests. Let me show you. So this is the number of threads 3, like 3 users. I'm giving loop count as 3. Like every user is able to send 3 requests. User 1 is sending 3 requests, user 2 is sending 3 requests, and user 3 is also sending 3 requests. So let's now do it practically. Here I am taking 3 users. Loop count I am taking it 1 for meanwhile, just to show you. I'm running my script. So as you see, first user has sent the request, second user has sent the request, and third user has sent the request only one time. But if I make my loop count as 2, see what happens. Let me clear it. As you see, first user has sent one request, he has sent a second request. Similarly, second user has sent the one request and another request. Similarly, third user. So as I have said here, the loop count describes how much request the user is been going to send. So if you make it as 3, here you can see each user is sending the 3 requests. User 1, 1, 1. So 3 requests. User 2, 1, 2, 3 requests. Third user, 1 request, 2 user, 3 requests. So this is clear. Number of threads and loop count. What is ramp up period? So ramp up period is like, if I'm giving ramp up period as a 10 seconds, and every user should be up and running within the 10 seconds. Like if I have a 10 user and I'm giving a ramp up period as a 10 seconds, that means each user will get a 1 second. Just like first user coming in picture and sending the request. He will start the sending the request. After 1 second, the second user will come in picture and he will start sending the request. After 1 second, the third user will come in picture and he will start sending the request. So let's do it practically and see how it works. So here I am taking the number of user now, 10 users I am taking. Ramp up period I have given a 10. That means 10 divided by 10, that is 1 second. Each user will get a 1 second. Let me clear it. As you see, 1 second, it is getting like 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, and 4. So if I give a ramp up period of 20, that means 20 divided by 10, each user will get 2 seconds. Like 27, 29, 31, 33. So every 2 seconds, the user will coming in picture. And so on. Shown here. So what is ramp up period? Like whatever time you're giving here. So every user should be up and running within that seconds. For example, if I give here 120 seconds and user, if I have taken 30, so it will be 120 divided by 30. So 4 seconds. So every user will get 4 seconds. So this is clear. Number of threads, ramp up period, and loop count. So once you click on infinity, that means we are not restricting any user. He can send n number of requests to the server, to the application. So that is infinity. So let's go to our project, which we have created. So now next, we are going to see what are samplers. So sampler is nothing but like when we are using any API. So for API, we are using HTTP request. If you are using database, then we are using JDBC request. If you are using file transfer protocol, we are using FTP. So if you want to add any API HTTP request, so how you can add? So right click on the thread group. You can also give a meaningful name for the thread group, like you can say my thread group. And always make a habit to give a meaningful name, like project name, thread group name. And let's see how we can add a sampler. Right click on thread group, add sampler. We are using API, so we are going with HTTP request. If you are using, if you want to test the database performance, you can go with JDBC request. If you want file transfer protocol, you can go with FTP. So there are a number of things to explore here. So currently from the Swagger, we are using the dummy API. So we are going with HTTP request. So once you click on HTTP request, you can see this window. In this window, there are a couple of things that needs to be keep in mind. Like HTTP request is there. Here you can see number of methods like get, put, post, delete. What is path? Like let's go to the dummy API. So this is the website for dummy API. Let me take one API. I'm taking this one post. I want URL, right? So from here, I will be getting the URL. Just copy it. Go to the JMeter. Here is a path. You can paste the URL over here. And as you see, we have taken the post request. So you can select the HTTP request as post. And what else? As we know, the post request concerned body. So here also it is mentioned that body is required. So copy this body, go to the JMeter. Here you can see some parameters like tabs like parameters, body, file upload. So in our case, we need body. So go to the body tab, paste the body. And also one thing, also give a meaningful name to the request. Like this is our post request. So give yours post request. Now how our tool will know if this body is JSON body or XML. So for this, we need to add HTTP header manager. So right click on it, click on add, go to config element, HTTP header manager. So once you click on HTTP header manager, make a habit to give a meaningful name like post HTTP header manager. Click on add, give a name like, as we know, this is JSON. So content type will be application/JSON. So let me give the name. Yes, and save it. So we have done with the settings, but once you run this, how you will see whether it is successfully running or not. For this, we can add a listener. Listener is nothing but the results. So you need to right click on thread group, add listeners. These are the popular results like view result tree and table view. So you can add these two. Again, right click, add listeners, table view. Yeah, so we have done. Let's check whether it is working or not. Save it. Yes. So our post request is working fine. So let me add one more. Well, HTTP request. So this time we will take a GET request. Take this one. Copy this URL. Paste it over here. No need to change HTTP request now because already it is selected as a GET. You can also drag the request under here, save it, test check are both the request is working fine or not. Our post and GET request are both are working fine. So let's come to the listener part. If I'm taking a 3 users and yeah. So in this case, what will happen? All 3 users means user 1 will be hitting post request and GET request. User 2 will be hitting post request and GET request. User 3 will be hitting post request and GET request. So let me show you how it works. There will be 6 records, like you can see over here. User 1 is hitting post and GET. User 2 is hitting post and GET. Similarly, 3 post and GET. Let's increase the count of user. Let me make it 10. So can anybody tell me what will be the sample count if I take the number of thread as 10? And try.
Up 20.
Yes, right. Perfect. So let me show you, because 10 users are there, right? Each user will hit post and GET request. So each one will be hitting these 2. So 10 into 2, that is 20, right? Let me show you. See, you can see your logs over here. One is sending post request and GET request. Second user is also sending the post request and a GET request. Similarly, all the 10 users GET and post. Yeah. So coming to the result table view. So what is sample? Sample is nothing but the number of requests we are sending. So what is start time? So start time is when the request was triggered from the JMeter. So that is start time. Thread name. Thread name is just like first thread and the first user. Label. In label, you can say like we send like the post request, GET request. You can see from the label. So what is sample time? Sample time, it is a total time taken by the request when the request is sent to the server and comes back. So it's a total time. Status green means it's a success status. When it is red, that means it's a failure. Bytes, what is bytes? Total number of bytes which is coming from the response. Like when every request is sent, response will come, right? So the size of a response in byte, it is so shown over here. So what is send byte? Send byte is like, this is the size which we have sent from the JMeter. What is latency? Latency is a time when you send the request to a server and the server sends the response. And as you know, when the server sends the response, it sends the request in a small packet or chunks. So when the first packet reaches to the client, in our case, the client is JMeter, and the first package is reaches towards the JMeter, that is called a latency time. And this is connecting time. So what is connecting time? So as we know the concept of handshaking, like we send the request to the server, and the server is acknowledged, like yes, we are now ready to connect. So this process is called as handshaking. And the second one is view result tree. So in view result tree, When you click on post request, you get to see all the details like request, what we have sent. As we know, when we click on post, we have sent this URL, we have sent this body. So you can see over here, request body, we have sent this, URL is this, header we have sent it like content type as JSON, application.json, from where we have taken the host name like Swagger, and the response, what we are getting. Is it getting correctly or not? This we can validate from here. This is the response header. We are getting content types here, application.json. All this, the status code is 200. So all this information you can see from the view result tree. You want to see this result in a Excel and send to a client. So how you can do that? So here you can see there is an option browse. So you need to click on browse. Give the name like IBM result. Dot. Click on OK. Let me clear it. Run it again. Go to the folder. IBM result folder has been created. Double click on it. You will see all the data or the result has been captured in this Excel. So you can share this Excel with your client. So the next thing now, if you want to make our automation Jmeter framework dynamically, so how you can do it? As we know, we have used this URL till v2. v2 get request. This URL is same, right? Till v2. So if you want to make this dynamic, how you can do? So right click on the thread group, add config element, and go to the user defined variable. So once you click on user defined variable, you will see this page. You need to click on add. Give the name URL. You can take the base URL, as you see the base URL, right? You need to copy this. Go to the JMeter. As we know, till v2 it is same. Copy, go to the user defined variable, give the value. Let me put it up over here. Yes. Click on save. Also in post request, we are sending the name, right? So how you can make this dynamic? Like if I'm giving your name, so it is the request of pet, right? So if we give the name as cat, and every time you don't need to come here and change the value. So if you want to make this dynamic, how you can do it? Similarly, you can go to the user defined variable. You can click on add. Just give a name like pet name. If you want to give just put dog. Now how you can use this? We have defined the user defined variable, and how you can use this? Just copy this. You want to make this dynamic. Just remove. So the syntax is dollar curly braces and the name which you have given over there. Similarly for the URL, just remove this dollar curly braces and the name URL, the name which I have given here. Similarly for get request, with this dollar curly braces and URL. So this is how we can make it dynamic. Let's save it. Let's check whether it is working or not. See, it is working. Now, how you will check whether the given data is picked correctly or not? So here we have given the pet name as a dog. So when you go to the view result tree, it is a post request, right? Click on post request. Here you can see the response is getting as dog, and the request what we are sending is here dog. Show you with another name. Take a cat. Save. See, the values are getting changed. That means we have made it dynamic. See the response. Yeah, coming correct. So the another thing is that if you get a requirement like you have to send 100 names through CSV or Excel, how you will do that? So you don't need to set over here, right? The requirement is you have to send it from the Excel. How you will do? So just create an Excel. Give the names. 10 मिनिटं अजून 10 मिनिटं. Can give a name like IBM test data and save it as CSV. Save. Right click on here, add config element. Here you can see CSV dataset config. Click on this option. You will see this screen. So you get an option over here, browse. Yes, data. Select your CSV, open it, and the name, we know what we have used over here, like pet name. Same name, you can put it over here. That's it. Save, clear it, run. Let's check whether it is working fine or not. Let me show you with the small users, like 2 users. Result tree, post request. See, it has taken the first elephant, second request, horse. So our we have given a 3 records, right, in Excel. So I'm taking user 3, clearing the logs. A minute. First post request is elephant, second is horse, third is monkey. So in this case, you can make our things dynamic. So we have learned how we can read the data from the Excel. We have seen how we can make the test dynamic. We have also seen the view result tree, what information we can see. We have also seen like view results in table, all these fields. Also, we have covered what are listeners. we have also seen what are the samples, these requests, and we have seen the loop count infinity, ramp up period, what are number of threads. So this is the overview of the JMeter. So if you have any questions, you can ask.